How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday training ride, or training race. This is another DD23 Duncan Sunday training race, simulation race. It's run by or sort of organized by my buddy Joe, who's up in front of me now in the Stars and Stripes kit. And yeah, I mean, it's essentially, if you haven't watched the last video, I'll go ahead and link it up in the upper right somewhere. And if if you don't want to watch that one, this is basically just kind of a simulation race. So we're a bit like a drop ride, I guess. So it's a bunch of guys get together and have a predefined course and do basically a race. I mean, there's kind of start line, finish line, all that. So yeah, it's essentially just a way to get a nice workout in and work on some racing. So it is 30 miles, and typically it starts off a bit slow on this straightaway here, and you kind of warm up. Guys are chatting a bit about the course and everything like that for anybody that's new. Well, today anyway, it's a little bit different. So we ended up kind of going sort of full out for the first little bit. So you can see here somebody kind of took off, and I don't know, I think it was my fault. There's a little bit of a gap, so I figure, I gotta chase that thing. So I kind of start off full gas to chase these two guys down. And I kind of do end up kind of bridging the small gap that I'm the one that let open up. And again, I'm kind of still like the new guy here, so for me to let a gap open up was I was a little bit embarrassed about it, I guess. I mean, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be, but yeah, I don't want to be the one that ruins the race for everybody behind me or anything like that. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, I put in a bit of an effort to make sure that we're still in touch with these two guys, and in the first mile. So yeah, I mean, that was maybe a mistake. Probably should have gone with them right away, but I really wasn't expecting a move or a breakaway to be established right away. So anyway, so I am on the front of the second group here, just sort of trying to maintain touch with those guys, but so everybody sort of jumps, or I sort of flick the elbow, I guess, and jump onto the back of the group here. And let's see, how many are there? I think there's maybe 10 of us today, something like that. And I think maybe a bit of a smaller group. So the last time I ended up in the second group, so it's sort of expecting that this time. So yeah, I was okay with possibly being dropped, but I really was trying to stay up there. So anyway, in the back here, and I'm trying not to kill myself at the moment, because it's still early days, but the two guys are I think kind of getting up the road a bit. So let me kind kind of fast forward a bit. So I think the last one I just let it play like the entire hour or so. But on this one, let me go ahead and fast forward a bit to the spot where I kind of don't make the front group. All right, and we are back together again here, and about eight or nine or so miles, and there's an attack. So you see an attack kind of happen over there on the right, and they very quickly establish a little gap. And you see a guy kind of up on the left, and he actually kind of shouts something like, "Oh, we can close this," and yeah, it's just not. It's not happening. I mean, we've been riding pretty hard from here, so I'll try to get some numbers then in a bit, but so Joe kind of makes an attempt to bridge that gap, and it just doesn't quite work, but we make an effort, make kind of a valiant effort to go ahead and close it down, but yeah, it just doesn't quite happen. And you see, the guy in front of me sort of lets a little gap to Joe open up, and I have to go ahead and try to maintain contact here, and I mean, I'm kind of, I've burned a bunch of matches so far, so it's just it's not probably not gonna happen. I try to take the front here from Joe and take over and try to close that down, but I mean, they are slowly riding away, which is a little disheartening, but also kind of inspiring. Like they're a bunch of strong riders. I think there's three or four of them up there, so I mean, they definitely definitely are some strong riders, so they're gonna do their best to try to hold that gap up. So again, I'll try to go ahead and speed it up here, and yeah, I mean, maybe chat a little bit about a move kind of in the middle that I try to make. All right, and we're coming up on. I think this is the last. This is the last time up this hill. We have another time up this hill, but I noticed the last time that I was a bit quicker up the hill than some of the larger riders. So I thought, all right, like maybe, yeah, I mean maybe I can take the front and get a little gap from this group up the hill, and otherwise, I'm just going to be stuck in this group and out sprinted at the end. So yeah, so here I kind of take the front and don't, I would say don't really like attack, but do try to maintain the pace up this hill, and it does get a bit steep. So there's like a kind of a false flat here, and then all of a sudden it kind of like ramps up again. So I think it's like 5-6% ish at the max. And then we make a right hand turn, and it's like another sort of 7%. Okay. So we take a right hand turn, and then it's kind of like a false flat from there. So I do try to keep the pace high after this right hand turn, and you'll see in a bit here. I need a rear camera, but you'll see that. So at the moment, I have a little bit of a gap on the group, and you actually see my buddy Bill, actually, who's been in a bunch of other videos, and I've raced with this summer, and you'll see him. I think I kind of flicked the elbow thinking that somebody's behind me, and Bill comes around and says like, there's a bit of a gap. So right about there, Bill kind of takes over and sort of says like, yeah, there's a bit of a gap, like let's keep it high. So so we try to keep it keep the pace high here, because it's kind of a false flat here, so a little bit of a gradual uphill. Unfortunately, it doesn't doesn't work out. They do they do end up catching us, but that's that's all right. I mean, it was really just to see if we could break away from that back group, just because I know that those guys are going to out sprint me at the end. So, but anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to sort of just note that that section of the race. So, all right, from here on out, I'll go ahead and fast forward to the end, so you can see the sprint finish. All right, and last right-hand turn. We are gearing up for the sprint finish. And as I've been saying, I mean, I'm still new to this ride, so I really don't know timing and things like that of when to sprint and things. I do know that it's coming up kind of at the end of this downhill. There's like a slight uphill rise to the finish. So I'm trying to get some rest in here, and I really don't want to take the front from that, like the right hand turn on. Like I don't want to take the front. So I know that Joe in the Stars and Stripes has a wicked kick at the end. So you know, I'm trying to stay behind some people to figure out where you know, where to start and where to do the actual sprint. So I kind of realize so the pace is picking up here. I mean, you say what, 30 miles an hour, and I'm kind of realizing that Joe's going to be leading out the fella behind him. I think they're teammates, and I don't really realize that at the time, which is a bit of a bummer. So I should have. But like right about here, he takes off, and I think like, okay, like I'm just trying to follow the wheels, and you know, see what I can do and see if I can go around somebody at the end. But I mean, yeah, I mean, he just puts in this like monster lead out, and then there's this like this like slow rise up to the end, and I'm thinking maybe I can go around him, you know, give it a little, and no, there's nothing. Like I'm not going around him. You know, there's like a little catch up, but no, I mean, the finish there at the overpass, and that was all she wrote. That was about it. So yeah, I mean, second in the group for that sprint, which isn't terrible. Obviously not fighting for the overall win, but that's all right. I hope you enjoyed this one. I mean, nothing super exciting, I guess, but still fun ride, and I will catch you next time.